and he balled up his fists, leaned back, and headbutted me square in the nose.
The jurors have spoken out and ruled against Amber Heard in the Depp versus Heard trial, despite her failed attempts to manipulate the jury in court. Let us look at 5 such attempts by the actress. First is her fake tears.
It wasn't him, it was black. I've never been so scared in my life.
Amber Heard took the stand a number of times during the trial, either to provide her testimony or cross-examination or the redirect examination. The first time she gave her testimony was directly after Johnny Depp did. During his time, Depp maintained a reasonable neutral demeanor, neither too happy nor too sad. He answered the questions directly and left once the attorneys of both sides were done. On the other hand, when Amber took the stand, she answered the questions in a solemn tone. Her voice would sound like she was crying. She would repeatedly wipe her eyes and nose even if there were no tears. She would pause mid-answer to collect her bearings, even though nobody would notice a change in her demeanor. The actress was trying to paint a picture of the broken victim who was having a hard time recollecting events. The difference between how Depp spoke and how Amber spoke is quite shocking, and her behavior spawned a ton of memes across the internet. We have all seen the famous "my dog stepped on a bee" joke, right? All this was exposed in an attempt to manipulate the jury when viewers noticed how she had no tears. Moreover, she was caught posing for a picture in court while crying. In a short snippet from the trial, you can see the actress wipe her nose with her handkerchief, then keep it on her face for 2 to 3 seconds as a light flashes. Once the light moves, she becomes normal. It is clear she was waiting for the photographers to click pictures, as she even looks at their side. People also noticed how she was wiping her nose more than her eyes in this incident, leading people to wonder if there was some kind of drug like coke in the handkerchief, given that the actress had admitted to doing drugs. The jurors must have caught on to her fake tears as well, as she did it frequently. Second is the "I'm American" card. The very basis of the trial was that Amber Heard defamed Johnny Depp by writing the op-ed in 2018, which alluded that she experienced sexual and domestic violence at his hand. The point of the trial was not whether one of them assaulted the other, but whether one of them ruined the other's name purposefully. Amber Heard tried to justify her claims in the op-ed by stating that she's an American and hence she has the right to freedom of speech. She was trying to manipulate the jury's feelings of patriotism for their country's freedoms in this manner in the last few days of the trial when she realized that things were not going her way. "I have a right to my voice and my name."
I have the right to say what happened to me. I have the right to my voice and my name. He took it long enough. I have a right as an American to talk about what happened to me, to own my story and my truth.
Her basis was that Depp should not be suing her for defamation when she was just exercising her freedom of speech. However, this only paints her as a hypocrite, as she had slammed Johnny with a counterclaim of twice the amount of the original defamation suit. She had stated that he had ruined her name by speaking out on the trial, which is exactly what she was demanding that she should be allowed to do. It seems as though the actress does not understand the principle of treat others of how you want to be treated. The jury was not swayed by these claims. Moreover, what Heard needs to realize is that while everyone has freedom of speech, it does not mean that there will be no consequences. Her right to free speech allowed her to publish the op-ed, and the defamation lawsuit was the consequence. The actress still complained about her speech being taken away in her reaction to the verdict. She wrote, "I seem to have lost a right that I thought I had as an American, to speak freely and openly." Third is her body language.
Seeing my breath and trying to will myself to have the strength to know what I should do in this moment because I was heartbroken.
Similar to her fake tears, Amber Heard also tried to propagate the body language of a depressed victim with over-the-top reactions in court. One of her biggest attempts to manipulate the jury was to look at them constantly whenever she was on the stand. She would stare at the attorneys when they were asking a question, but turn to her right to the jury when it was time for her to answer it. The actress probably believed that she could connect more to the jury if she were to look at them when speaking. Eye contact is indeed a powerful way to let people know know you want to build rapport with them. However, what the actress did not realize was that she was wholly alienating the rest of the court by doing it. People would have found her more likable had she looked around the court when speaking. Instead, to her, only the jury mattered, as they were the ones who had the power to make the verdict. Moreover, Amber might have also intimidated the jury by looking at them when she was speaking. Imagine someone constantly staring at you when they are making angry or sad statements, knowing fully well that you don't have the power to talk back. It's a one-sided attempt by Amber to get the jury on her side. She has also displayed a very sad expression whenever she's seated in the gallery and has looked at the jury at that time as well. She was, however, caught smirking the last few days of the trial. Moreover, the actress pretended to be scared and taken aback when she saw Depp walk toward her in the second week of the trial, further putting forth that she was a true victim. The jury was, however, unfazed by such actions. Fourth is her exaggerated recounts of violence.
And he balled up his fists, leaned back, and headbutted me square in the nose.
When she took the stand, Amber Heard detailed very graphic accounts of violence that Depp had done to her, from sexual assault to broken noses.
Hard for me to hear myself say, but I just wanted it to stop. I wanted things to just be okay.
It was clear that she was trying to show to the jury how much of a poor victim she was, as she recounted the incidents with a tear-stricken face and stated them with vivid exaggeration. Heard brought no evidence to support any of her claims, besides a video of Depp wrecking cabinets. Camille Vasquez, Depp's attorney who cross-examined the actress, exposed her for lying on the stand multiple times. Amber Heard had stated various days on which she had black eyes, broken noses, etc., but Camille quickly proved her wrong by bringing up pictures of the actress one day after the alleged violence happened. Amber also stated that Depp performed a cavity search on her and that he smashed a phone on her face, but she had no medical records to back up either claim.
I felt this pressure. On my pubic bone. He thought he was punching me.
The jury did not fall for her claims that Depp was extremely violent with her, seeing how they unanimously agreed that she defamed the actor intentionally in the verdict. She would have been more successful in getting the jury on her side if she had backed her claims with proper evidence. Finally, her expert witnesses. One last attempt that Amber made to manipulate the jury was not by herself, but by bringing several expert witnesses to the stand to testify that Johnny had problems. We all remember the debacle with Dr. David Spiegel, right? Team Heard tried to claim that Johnny was a narcissist just because he was doodling and eating candy. It is evident that they were just pulling at straws in a desperate attempt to convince the jury. Heard's experts have been proven wrong in their analysis multiple times, both inside and outside the court.
Processing speed. Do I have to answer that question, Your Honor?
You have to answer questions. Yes, sir.
No, you'll be happy to know I didn't see Willy Wonka I didn't see 21 Jump Street when it happened, or whatever it was about. No, I did not. All right.
Team Depp recalled witnesses to the stand whenever they felt that Heard's expert witness was making a mistake. For example, Ron Schnell, social media expert, came to the stand and stated that Adam Waldman, Depp's former lawyer, had created an intentional defamatory campaign against Heard. Team Depp then called Douglas Banya, social media analyst, back to the stand, who clarified that the damage was only as much as 2% of what Ron had claimed. Similarly, several of Heard's attempts to manipulate the jury were thwarted either by her own overreacting or by Johnny Depp's excellent legal team. And now we would like to hear your thoughts on the issue. Do you think Heard is a master manipulator? Let us know what you think in the comments down below. As always, like and subscribe to keep in touch with the latest updates on all things pop culture.